Hello fine folks, welcome to another video with yours truly Lepharia. Today I'm making a video for two reasons. First of all, I want to show you my majestic beard that I've been cultivating over the last few months. Look at that. Ain't that some shit? It's so manly, look at that. It feels so good to just go through that. Yeah. And second reason is Dota's getting patched again. There's a new patch coming out like day after tomorrow, it looks like. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that is getting patched, and I want to go through the changes and like give you guys my first impressions on that. I've not been spoiled so far. I've not seen any of the forum posts or any of the analysis videos so far. So we're just going to go through this and see what they have in mind. Yeah, that may lead to me being completely wrong about stuff that I can't avoid really, because I'm not that good of a player. But I want to give you my opinion on that. And that's okay because that's going to happen. So first of all, there's a new hero coming out. It's called Terrorblade, and look at that. Isn't that one hell of a model? Look at that. That is just straight baller. That looks like Diablo, but fucked like Judge Dredd of some shit. That is just amazing. Look at that. Terrorblade. Terrorblade is the Demon Marauder, an outlaw hellion whom even other demons fear. He stole from the demon lords, and for his crimes was taught his lesson. Even hell has a hell. He was incarcerated in Foulfell, a dark mirror of reality where demons are sentenced to gaze into twisted reflections of their own souls. But instead of suffering, Terrorblade mastered his reflected worst self and turned his terror loose upon creation. So if I can recall correctly, lore-wise, that guy is the brother of Anti-Mage, which doesn't say anything about the gameplay whatsoever, but nice to point that out. So his skills are Reflection, creates a double of your foe, which then attacks his original as it slows their movement. Reminds me of like Shadow Demon, Disruption, or maybe Darkseer, Wall of Replica, something like that. Yeah, next skill is Conjure Image. Summon forth an illusion of yourself to aid you in battle. Okay, sort of like mirror image from Naga Siren or something like that. Metamorphosis. Embrace the darkness within, trading your melee attack for a ranged strike while granting additional damage. Dragon Knight comes to mind. And Sunder. Sever the soul of an ally or enemy, exchanging your health for theirs. That is interesting. Now, I don't know the exact numbers, that's why I've brought up the wiki here. Let me put this on full screen here. Come on. It doesn't let me. That's okay. Reflection, movement speed reduction 60%, attack speed reduction 60%, that's a lot. Okay, and the illusions deal up to 70% of the original damage. If you mirror a carry with that, that is a lot of damage. That is quite something. Imagine you mirror like Anti-Mage, and he has like 60% attack speed slow, and that illusion is hitting him for 70% of the damage. That's a lot. That's quite something. Okay. This illusion, you can conjure up to 2 illusions. Oh, you can do that multiple times. And the illusions deal up to 60% of the damage and take triple damage. Okay, nothing too special about that, other than you can like spawn one illusion every 16 seconds and they kind of overlap. That's cool. That's new mechanic. I like that. Okay, Metamorphosis transforms Terrorblade into a powerful demon with ranged attack. Bonus damage is up to 80. That is not too shabby. That is like having a Monkey King bow or something. For 52 seconds. Cooldown's kinda long though. And the ultimate is what strikes me here. Now, if I understand that correctly, that guy could work like a sort of anti-tank, maybe? Because, okay, you have to have at least some HP remaining, which is like 25, 20 or 15%. But yeah, let's think about that for a minute. If you suppose you're up against a pudge, and that pudge went ballistic at that game and has like 4,000 HP, and you're fighting that pudge, and he's at 4,000, and you're at 15% of your HP. So the percentage HP of each unit are switched with the souls. That means you bring him from 4,000 to 15%, which is 600. Suppose you are at that 15% health. That means you burn like 3,500 HP with one spell. Holy shit. I hope that is how it works. But if that's the case, that is one hell of a spell. So I have no idea how this guy is going to be played. It looks a bit like a carry, but not like a hard carry, because he doesn't have like a DPS steroid really, other than metamorphosis or some illusion stuff. Well, I guess you could do like a illusion carry build like you do on Phantom Lance. Is this guy melee? I think so, right? Yeah, melee, yeah. So you could go like Diffusal Blade, Manta, something like that, and a bunch of stat items. Maybe a Skadi or something in late game. But this guy sounds like someone you don't want to fight, because he will turn your forces against you, will amplify his damage, will create an illusion which will fight for him, really. And if you manage to get his health low, he will just fuck you up regardless. I cannot wait how this guy is going to be played. I have no idea how to do that. He sounds a bit like a mid-hero, or maybe like a carry or something. But many people who are better than me will play him and will show me how to play him. And I can't wait for that. That sounds interesting. And he looks baller. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay. So what is that? Wow, that looks even beastier. Oh, so that's an Arcana item coming. Purchase is even exalted quality of this item, deepen the hell, Terror Blade, label, blah 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 blah. When equipped, this grants custom upgrades to Terror Blade, several new animations, alter voice, new base skin and model with special ambient effects, new hero icon, portrait, layout pose, minimap icon, new spell effects and icons, socketed with a gem that tints the coloring of Terror Blade and all of his abilities, a custom death effect for Terror Blade's victims. Aha. Okay. Looks awesome. Reminds me a bit of Rorschach from Watchmen, doesn't it? The face and all. Yeah, but it will be like $25 or something, so I won't buy that. Okay. New for this update, random ability draft. What is that? Can I do full screen now? No. Close that. No. Oh, yeah. So there you go. Random ability draft. Trade the organized chaos of Dota 2 for a taste of pure bedlam. Unlocked at level 11, which is not where I am at this stage. I'm at level 5 or 6, I think. Yes, I'm a scrub. Unlocked at level 11. In this mode, each player is randomly assigned a hero. So, all random. And each hero's abilities are placed into a pool. Players then take turns choosing which abilities their hero will bring into battle. Are you fucking kidding me? Behold the majesty of a pouncing pudge, witness axe fumbling with side blades, and experience the terror of illusionary old Magnus. Okay, that sounds wonky. Okay, let's just pull something out of our arse for a minute. And what's the most ridiculous combination that we can come up with? Meepo with ball lightning, maybe? Or an Ogre Magi with Firefly? Or, I don't know, what's that here? There's a meat hook on Luna, Finger of Death on Crystal Maiden. There has to be some kind of ridiculous stuff. Let me think for a moment. Yeah, Pouncing Pudge sounds great. Or maybe like a Ball Lightning Pudge. Shadow Fiend with Queen of Pain Blink. Okay, there will be some ridiculous videos about that, I am sure. Okay, most important stuff, gameplay update. Gameplay patches, let's see what they have planned for that. General, you now lose 1 gold per second if you haven't picked a hero after the selection time runs out in all pick. Thank the fucking Lord. That will get rid of or that will at least punish the guys who wait like 2 minutes after creep spawn to pick their hero. I hate those guys. All pick selection time increased from 60 to 75. Well, whatever. All pick pre-creep time reduced from 90 to 75. Okay, so you can... Okay, the moment you have to pick your hero in order not to get punished, is when creep spawn, so you should pick before that. And you have less time to prepare. Which is good for my kind of heroes. I'm normally playing jungle support heroes, so I don't have that much downtime. But yeah, you have to prepare a bit quicker, right? You have to get wards up faster, you have to buy your stuff faster, get into lane, so you don't miss your block and some stuff like that. It sounds a bit wonky. We'll see. Roshan no longer stops upgrading his HP damage armor at 45 minutes. Yeah, that is okay. Roshan upgrade rate increased by 20%. Roshan bounty rescaled from 105 to 600 to 150 to 400. So Roshan's not that lucrative in the late game anymore. Okay. Sounds reasonable. Good. Hero patches. Hero Alchemist. Night vision reduced from 1400 to 800. Wow, that's quite a change. How much did he have before? Let me see. Alchemists. Sight range 800. What? Night vision reduced from 1400 to 800. It says it has 800. Maybe it's a new patch already. Night vision reduced from... Okay, there has to be the new patch in there. So they turned down his night vision drastically. Is support Alchemist that strong that his night vision enabled like this unstable concoction throw or something? Was it that strong, really? Well, now he needs like an ally or a ward or something to use the range on that, doesn't he? What's the range on unstable concoction? No, it's 775, so you can do that nevertheless. Okay, but ganks at night with Alchemist will be a lot more difficult because you can outrun him better, right? You can just juke better, and you can't see you that well. Well, that is something that I welcome, because Support Alchemist was good. I didn't think it was OP, but Valve does seem to think so. Good. Unstable concoction maximum shaking duration reduced from 7 to 5.5. Max power still reached after 5 seconds. Okay, so it blows up in your face quicker. Good. Higher skill level. I always welcome that. Stable concoction no longer continues to get stronger while it is in the air. Okay, that seems like a bug. Ancient Apparition, Ice Vortex spell damage amplification increased from 10, 15, 20, 25 to 15, 20, 25, 30. I like that. I like Ice Vortex a lot. Duration increased. Stickiness increased to the standard 0.5 aura value. Okay, kind of minor changes, but it's a slight buff, and I like the hero, so I'm happy about that. Anti-Mage. Mana Void radius increased. Added AoE targeting cursor for Mana Void. I don't know what that is supposed to be. Yeah, slight buff to that, but not that big of a deal. Axe base HP regen increased from 2 to 3. So he's a bit tankier. Berserker's Call duration increased from 1.5 to 2.5, 3 to 2.4, 2.8, 3.2. So they scale a bit worse, but the initial level is better, and well, each level in and of itself is better than the one before, but the scaling between the levels is a bit worse. So it might be good to get like one level of Berserker's Call and then max some other stuff. I don't play Axe that much. Can't tell you. Okay, Berserker's Call cooldown rescaled from 10 to 16, 14, 12, 10. Okay, so forget what I just said. They want you to level that up quicker. That's why they did that, and don't have the standard 10 seconds for each level. Okay. Batrider. Attack animation time improved from 0.5 to 0.3, just a minor buff on that. I think Valve is going to like tweak Batrider a bit, because the last patch made him go from like first pick, first ban material in every match to complete and utter trash tier material. Since the new patch, Batrider has never been picked or banned in any match that I've seen. So just a slight buff, maybe that helps. We'll see. Beastmaster. Call of the Wild Hawk duration reduced from 60, 70, 80, 80 to 60. The Hawk lasts a minute now on every level. Same goes for the Boar. Call of the Wild no longer destroys previous summons on cast. What's the cooldown on that? Duration 60, 40. So you can have like a 20-second overlap. Is that true for the Boar? Yeah. So you can have like 20 seconds where you have 2 Hawks and 2 Boars if you so desire. That might be kind of good. Not so much for the Hawk, but for the Boar in team fights, if you can like apply 2 slows simultaneously, that might be cool. We'll see. Bloodseeker. Thirst bonus, speed and damage rescaled from 7, 14, 21, 20, 28 to 5, 15, 25, 35. So he's buffed again. Bloodbath now gives the hero gives the full hero kill benefit instead of only half if he is within the 325 AoE when a hero dies. So you get the full heal. Okay. I don't like Bloodseeker that much, but he's not picked that much. Well, in the pro scene, especially not. But I don't see him that much in pubs. And when my opponents just picked something like a gimmicky thing like this Bloodseeker Invoker deal thing, which is just crap. They just want to sunstrike you when you're low. But yeah. I don't know what to think about that. I don't think he needs a buff, but I don't mind it. We'll see. Okay, Brewmaster. Primal Split, cooldown reduced. That is cool. I like Brewmaster, I like Primal Split. And that means you're going to have that like every team fight, probably. 2 minutes is not that much. Bristleback, base damage reduced by 4. Okay, Bristleback's very strong in the metagame right now. And that makes him a bit less effective, but not useless, really. He's a bit, he's a bit weaker at level 1, basically, because after a few levels he gets the damage anyway, right? Okay, Broodmother, very important. A lot of people have problems dealing with Broodmother at the moment. She got reworked in the last patch, so she can pass impassable terrain within her web. First patch can no longer leave the map boundaries. Could she do that? This also affects all other heroes with free pathing, such as Spectre, Batrider, etc. Okay, so she can not go up these cliffs on the side of the map, right? That sounds reasonable. That was just bullshit. Spin Web no longer provides 200 vision. Okay, I'm cool with that. Free pathing is now removed when enemies have vision over you. That is cool. That is really cool. Because now you just need a sentry and you can do things like kinetic field and Fissure with Earthshaker. And yeah, and she can't run through trees anymore if you can see her. That is really cool. And up and down cliffs and stuff. That is really good. And that really gives you an incentive to buy sentries and dust and stuff. I like that. That's a reasonable nerf in my opinion. Because that web was kind of strong. She could just avoid any kind of obstacle in a way if she had a web there. What's that? For example, if you are revealed by dust and the enemy has vision over you, you will not be able to run into the trees. Okay, so you have to have vision, not only detection. That means if I have a sentry and I can see her, she is blocked by stuff. But if I don't see her anymore, she can still do that, even if she's revealed or within a sentry range or something. Okay, it sounds reasonable for me. We'll have to see about that, but it sounds like a very sensible change. Center Warrunner, Stampede, cooldown reduced. I like that. There's something that Akron will like. Likes to play the hero a lot. Slight buff to that. Clockwork, hits required to kill power cooks rescaled from 3 to 2 in 3. So power cogs not that strong early. Which is kind of sad because you tend to leave power cogs at level 1 until you've maxed out all the other skills. That might lead to people prioritizing cogs over rocket flare. Maybe. Might be. Could be. Sounds interesting. Crystal Maiden base intelligence reduced by 3. That is... how much mana? I'm not that good with mechanics. So she gets less mana and less damage. So her damage is even shittier than before. Well, okay. She's not a damage dealer, right? But she's that makes her like useless in the mid lane. It's where you shouldn't player in the first place, but I know noobs do that. Yeah, sounds alright to me. I don't like nerfs to a hero that I like. But yeah, Crystal Maiden's kind of strong at the moment. I don't know if that's the right way to nerf her. Okay. Duxter, Iron Shell cooldown reduced from 10 to 9. That's not that big of a deal, is it? I don't think it is. Dazzle Weave duration increased from 20 to 24. That makes him even stronger. Let's see if that influences like these minus armor straps, which is like a pocket strat anyway. But Dazzle is not really picked in professional, but I like Weave. I like the ultimate, and yeah, the duration buff seems cool. Okay, let me just take a sip of tea. Death Prophet. Exorcism cooldown increased by 15 seconds. Will not make that much of an impact, I think. Silence AoE increased by 75. So, nerfing Exorcism, buffing Silence. I don't think this will make much of a difference. Because now, every time her ult's up, you can take a tower, and that won't change with 15 seconds. I don't think so, no. And the silence out, whatever. Silence is a silence. Not much to say about that. Dragonoid, Dragon Tail cooldown rescaled from 9 to 12, 11, 10, 9. Same thing as with Power Cogs. The stun duration scales horribly with Dragon Tail. It's like 0.25 seconds per level increase, and that might make people scale Dragon Tail earlier, because you normally you scale Breathe Fire first with one level in Dragon Tail, and then scale Dragon's Blood, and then afterwards max Dragon's Tail, right? Not sure if I like that. I liked Dragonoid the way it was. I don't think it was too strong that way. I know what Valve wants you to do. They want you to put points into Dragon Tail earlier. But I don't know if that's necessary. Well, okay. Dragon Ranger reworked Silence. How does that? What does that mean? Okay, old Silence was the AoE stuff like Death Prophets. New release a wave that silences and does a minor non-interrupting knockback. Okay. AoE to 50, so a bit less than the old one. Distance 900, same thing. Silence duration 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Same thing. Cooldown 13 seconds. Knockback duration. Knockback distance inversely proportional to travel range. 350 at closest, 0 at 900. Sounds interesting. Sounds like a weaker Deafening Blast. Invoker's Deafening Blast. I don't know if you can use that to your advantage. Maybe. 350 at closest. What is the range that her ultimate gets disabled? Let's see. Sorry, I have to look that up. I don't know everything about Dota. Enemy nearby heroes. Deactivation radius 400. So you could push opponents away from you and then get your ultimate back. I think that's what that's for. I kind of like that because I think Drow Range is a bit weak at higher levels. I know you will scream at me because she's OP at lower levels, but lower levels can't be taken into account here. So yeah, if you just stand next to her ultimate doesn't work, and with the silence she can push you away from it and just take a few steps back, and then the ult works again. I kind of like that. It increases the skill level of that hero. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, most important update in this patch. The fucking Earth Spirit. He is OP as shit at the moment. I'm not the guy who calls an hero OP or anything quickly, but that guy is way too strong. So let's see what Valve has planned for that. Stone Remnant changed, recharge timer increased from 25 to 35. So you can't spam your stones that much anymore. Geomagnetic Grip now does a 2, 3, 4, 5 second silence instead of a stun. Okay, so the grip does a silence as well. Damage rescaled. Geomagnetic Grip does more damage from level 2 on. What? They're buffing the guy? Boulder Smash damage rescaled from... Oh, okay, they're switching the... Yeah, Boulder Smash does a stun instead of a silence. Radius reduced from 225 to 200. Okay, so they're switching the abilities round. The Smash now does a stun. The Grip does a silence. Is that a buff, a nerf, a rework? What is that? I don't play that guy much. I think the Grip is easier to hit than the Smash, right? So that's... A stun is better than a silence. That means that the silence is easier to hit than the stun, which makes sense in my eyes. Rolling Boulder now also gets interrupted if disabled during the initial rolling charge instead of only while it's moving. Yeah, that's okay. Geomagnetic Grip now kills trees along the path of a dragged allied hero. Targeting someone directly with Boulder Smash will now be blocked by Lincoln's Sphere. Fixed being able to cast Geomagnetic Grip on magic immune allies. Fixed Boulder and blah blah blah. Boulder Smash, same thing. Fixed Rolling Boulder travel distance going further than intended if you use a Stone Remnant near the end of the roll. So more like a bug fix and a minor rework. That's not what I expected. I expected some major nerfs for that guy, like a decrease of the silence time or the stun duration or the damage or whatever. Okay, not really what I expected. Not at all. I think the guy will still continue to be a bit too strong. But we'll see about that. And they haven't even touched the ultimate. The ultimate is so amazingly good. Okay. Valve doesn't seem to think the guy's that strong. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? Earthshaker. Base movement speed increased from 300 to 310. Minor buff. Strength gain increased from 2.5 to 2.9. Yeah, not that big of a deal, right? It's nice that the guy's getting a buff, but I don't think that's game changing, right? Enchantress base armor reduced by 1. Not my Enchantress, not my beautiful Enchantress. She's the squishiest hero in the entire game. Why would you reduce her armor? Huh? Okay. Well, she is quite strong in the pro scene, right? But yeah, that even makes him more like a glass cannon with the impetus stuff. So, yeah, it might be sensible, might not be. I can't tell. Enigma, my signature hero. Black hole AoE increased from 375 to 400. Black hole cast range increased from 250 to 275. Yoo-hoo! 25 range and 25 AoE increase. Well, okay. I won't mind that. Faceless Void, Chronosphere cooldown reduced. That's cool. Now have 1000 movement speed and phase while you're in Chronosphere. That is straight baller. That is just straight awesome. I think the movement speed cap is like 650 or something. Or 560 even. So 1000, that is fast as shit. I can't wait for the clips where the void just runs around the Chronosphere like Tasmanian Devil. Time walk mana cost reduced. Yeah, that's reasonable. Okay. So that guy got buffed and reworked a bit. So he's like the Bloodseeker inside his Chronosphere. I want to see that. I bet that's cool. And he goes completely apeshit within that Chronosphere. Yeah, I want to see that. Cool, looking forward to that. Huskar. Burning spear duration increased from 7 to 8. Does he really need a buff? Inner vitality bonus heal below 40% increased from 1530 to... Okay, they are buffing the guy. Really? Okay. I don't know if I like that. Burning spear's good as it is. Well. Okay. Well, Huskar's annoying at my skill level. That's for sure. And now more people will pick him again, I think. I'm not looking forward to that, really. Well. Okay. Can't do anything about that. Invoker. Forge Spirit armor reduced from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's quite a lot. Forge Spirits are good though. And I think that's a justified nerf. Don't know. What is that dependent on? Invoker. Forge Spirit. Strength of damage, health, and armor based on the level of Exhort. Okay. So, if you're going the 4/4 build, the Forge Spirit will have 3 armor instead of 5. The 2. When you first summon 2, that is okay, I think. Yeah. So they're quite easily destroyed in the earlier levels, which is okay because they give you a good edge in last hitting and stuff. So that sounds okay. Forge Spirit's attack range reduced from 300 to 900 to 300 to 690. Okay. Same thing. So they're worse late game, right? EMP burn increased from EMP delay from that has a static delay now. That is cool. So you can set that up better with your tornado. That is cool. That is like a nerf on Exhort Invoker and a buff to like Wex Invoker. I like that. I like Wex Invoker a lot. Alacrity Monarchist reduced. I like Alacrity a lot. Ghost Walk movement speed from to, and Ghost Walk gets a buff. You get bonus movement speed at higher levels. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, that sounds like reasonable changes for Invoker. I like Invoker a lot. So, yeah, I like the changes. Although the Forge Spirits got nerfed, but hey, they are good. They were really good. And EMP gets buffed, and Alacrity gets buffed, Ghost Walk gets buffed. Yeah, nothing bad about that. Jack Hero. Ice Path damage rescaled. Ice Path does 50 damage at each level. The quickfire DPS increased by 5 for each level. Dual breath burn and slow duration increased from 4 to 5 seconds. Dual breath DPS increased by a ton, from 20 to 76. Wow. Removed initial impact damage from dual breath. It's now rescaled from 90 blah 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 to 380. Okay, so it's more like a damage over time and not like an instant nuke. Okay, dual breath damage interval improved from every 1 second to every 1.5 second. Dual breath attack speed slow increased from -20 to -30. So they want you to prioritize dual breath over ice path. Is that true? Does it always do the same stun duration? Let's see how that scales. Path duration, no. Okay, it's 0.4 seconds per level. Well, I don't think that this will change the skill build. You will always build max dual breath first and ice path second before grabbing your ulti. You will always do that, right? They have not changed Macropie, and Macropie is just not that good. Okay, Juggernaut, Blade Fury cooldown reduced. So it will spin more often, but it's not that much. Scales better with later levels. But you max that thing anyway, don't you? You max that first. Yeah, not that big of a change. Keeper of the Light, Mana Leak stun duration increased. Blah blah blah. Mana Leak is his least important skill in my opinion. Anyway, well, that's kind of a big increase. Like, it's, yeah, like 0.8 seconds. Okay. Legion Commander. Moment of Courage now only procs one extra lifesteal attack. What does that do? It would previously sometimes cause multiple extra lifesteal attacks per proc. Okay, well that seems like a bug. Moment of Courage buff grace period increased from 0.5 to 1 a second. Moment of Courage cooldown reduced from 1.2 to 0.9. Okay, so minor bug fix here and a little buff on the passive. Excuse me. Yeah, not much to say about that. Sounds okay. Let's just move on now. Leshrac Lightning Storm jumps decreased. Yeah. Okay, 1 per level. Lightning Storm damage reduced slightly. Lightning Storm cooldown reduced. Lightning Storm mana cost reduced. So Lightning Storm is not that strong, but it's cheaper and you can cast it more frequently, right? That sounds okay. The problem with Lathrac's spells are the animations, right? That's a real big deal about that. And till they buff that a bit, I don't think that Lethrac will be played a lot. So this is more like a minor change. I don't think that will change how Lethrac will be played or how much he will be picked. Lena Dragonslave initial final AoE increased from What? Oh, so the cone thing gets increased at the back end a bit. Okay. Fire Cell duration increased from 7 to 9. Fire Cell movement speed increased. Minor changes here again. Fire Cell is not that important on the hero. And Dragonslave, yeah, it's nice to have a bigger AoE at the end, but 50 is not that much. But it's nice to see a buff here. Lion, Aghanim Sector now causes Finger of Death to hit units within a 200 AoE of the primary target. Holy shit. With the full damage? Okay, that could cause Aghanim Scepter on like a mid-line to be extremely valuable. That could be. If your enemy team clumps up, or you have like a Magnus or something, and he just Finger of Death like 3 or 4 heroes, that could be the shit. That could be awesome. And I think the Aghanim Scepter cooldown is like 20 seconds, I think. That's straight baller. I like that. Wow. Cool. Can't wait to do that. Lone Druid Spirit Bear's Entangle is no longer an orb effect. You can get Desolate on the guy. Yeah. Okay. Well, you could get Orb of Venom before. Oh, the proc would override there. Yeah, you can get Maelstrom again and stuff like that. People always tend to say that you shouldn't get like orb effects on the bear because it reduces the amount of entangle procs. I don't think that's true, but no, they got rid of that anyway. Okay, let me take a sip. Okay. Lycan, Wolf's Fade Time decreased. Level 3 Lycan Wolves now have invisibility. Level 4 Lycan Wolves now have a passive ability that gives them 15 HP regen. Excuse me. Okay, so buff to Lycan Wolves. Is that a buff to Jungle Lycan? Not really, is it? You will always have problems in the earlier levels. Yeah. Because only the level 4 will have the regen. That means that from level 7 on you can use that. Okay, that is not really a buff to Jungle Lycan, is it? But it's a buff to the wolves nevertheless. Reduced fade time means you cannot kill them that easily anymore. Level 3 wolves have invisibility. That is kind of annoying. But I don't play against Lycan that much. I can't tell you if that's a problem or not. Okay, let's move on. Magnus. Base intelligence increased by 2. Bigger mana pool, that is cool. Is that like an additional shockwave maybe? But you're playing mid anyway, so you get like a bot. But more mana on the guys is kind of good because it costs a lot, and you need like drum and stuff to complement that. So bigger mana pool is cool on the guy. Good. Medusa mana shield damage absorption increased. Okay, it's like 0.25. And it's not that much, but it is a considerable amount. Yeah, that makes Medusa a bit stronger because she's not really picked at the moment, is she? No, not really. Okay, I don't mind that. Let's see what that will bring. I don't think people will pick her in competitive. She's just too farm dependent and too... If you want a carry like Medusa, you can just pick a Gyrocopter and you have like a good trial and contribution and stuff. No, I don't think that will change how she will be picked and used. Okay, Meepo! Divine Withstand level requirement reduced from 411 H to 310 17. Yoo-hoo! 2 Meepos from level 3 on. That is cool. Divided Withstand now passively reduces your revive timer by 10, 20, 30. That is cool. So you respawn quicker. I like that. That little guy needs a buff. I like that. I will watch No Tail stream a lot in the next after the patch. Do you see how he handles that? Like 2 meepers from level 3 onward. That is cool. That is really cool. And 3 from level 10. Yeah, that is awesome. You can now cast and attack while in wave form. Okay, buff to the shotgun build, right? You can like ethereal waveform and cast adaptive strike while in waveform, and that's just, if you have quick fingers, you can do that quicker. I don't mind that. Nature's Prophet, Wrath of Nature, mana cost increased. Okay, so you don't spam that every cooldown. Or what's that for? Is that thing too strong? Maybe. Well, it's only 25 per level. Okay. Necropho's Death Pulse now hits units in Fog of War. Slight buff to that guy. Night Stalker Crippling Fierce Night Mist chance increased from 40 to 50%. Okay. That guy gets stronger. Cast range on Impale now matches the travel range. This has no impact on the length or the area the Impale covers. I don't understand that. Ogre Magi. Unrefined Fire Blast mana cost changed from 400 to 60% of your current mana. So you can always cast that? You can always cast this spell. If you have only 100 mana remaining, the spell costs 60 mana. Yeah. And if you have 40 mana remaining, the spell costs even less, right? Okay, that's that justifies Aghanim's on Ogre Magi. I like that because Aghanim's on Ogre is kind of shit at the moment. They want to make Aghanim's a bit more viable on more heroes, I think. And that's kind of a good thing, because I think Aghanim's is overrated at the moment, but if they change a lot of heroes to so that Aghanim's is actually viable on them, that could be good. Omni-Knight Degeneura stickiness increased from 1 to 2 seconds. This is how long the debuff lasts on enemies after they leave the AoE. By default, auras are half a second. Yeah. Who picks Omni-Knight anyway? Okay. Ultivera, Astral Imprisonment cast range reduced from 550 to 500. I don't think that will do a lot. It will maybe help in the mid lane if you can outrun that a bit. But hey, not that big of a deal. Phantom Assassin. Invisible heroes now trigger blur. So if I stab you with Ricky, you can actually evade that. Cool. Blur delay reduced from 1.5 to 0.75. Okay. Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave Scepter cooldown rescaled from 40 to 40. Okay, so the Scepter always has like 40-second cooldown. That makes Scepter again viable on the hero. Nobody buys Scepter on Queen of Pain though, does he? You always buy like Orchid and Sheepstick and stuff. Ricky. Base HP regen increased. I don't mind that. The guy needs a bit of regen. Sand King Storm, Sandstorm radius rescaled. Always max radius. So you can leave it at 1 level in the early game, which you already do anyway, right? Or don't you? Do you? I don't know. How do you play Sand King? You don't get Caustic Finale early, do you? Because it pushes the lane. You get Burrow Strike, Sandstorm, Burrow Strike, Sandstorm, Burrow Strike, Epicenter, and then you can max like Caustic Finale. Yeah, but that's a minor buff. I like that. That's cool. Shadow Demon, Shadow Poison, max effective stacks increased from 4 to 5. That is cool. More damage for the hero. Shadow Shaman, Shackles duration increased by 0.25 seconds per level. That is okay. Not that much of a change, but a 5 second shackle at level 4 is a lot. I have to say that. It's a channel ability, so you can interrupt that, but 5 seconds stun is a lot. Mass Serpent Wards can no longer trap Roshan. Okay, that looks like a bug. Reasonable. That is kind of abusive if you want to tank Roshan with the Serpent Wards, right? Silencer, global silence cooldown reduced by 10 seconds. That's okay. Mystic Flare damage increased. Wow, 1400 damage at level 3. Okay. They buffed this guy to Oblivion. But I like it. I like the Aghanim Scepter change on him. That you can, you have like 0 seconds cooldown and you can cast Mystic Flare as long as you have the mana for it. That is cool. That looks really awesome. Okay, anyway, Slardar Bash damage increased from 40, 50, 60, 70 to 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, so people they want to make people level Bash because people tend to neglect that at the moment because they max the Slithering Crush first and then Sprint second while neglecting Bash, and I think they want to give an incentive for leveling up Bash. That is okay. Slug pounce damage reduced. I like that. The hero is a bit too strong in my eyes. Not OP, but he's annoyingly strong. Shadow Dance cooldown reduced. I don't mind that really. If he gets his ulti off well and you have no way to dealing with that, he gets away anyway. Those 5 seconds don't matter much. Sniper, take aim range bonus increased. Okay, the hero was too weak apparently. I think he's just annoying in my games, but hey, okay. Spirit Breaker, you now gain vision over your target while you are casting Nether Strike. Okay, so you can't juke into trees. I guess that means. Fine. Storm Spirit, base movement speed reduced from to just a minor change. Base armor increased by 3 for Swin. Warcry cooldown reduced by quite a bit. Okay. Don't know if we needed that change, but I don't mind it really. Base armor increased by 3. That's kind of a lot actually. That will. Yeah, that makes him more tanky in the early game, right? Which is good because he's a melee hero and he's always you get harassed with him a lot. Yeah, so I like that. And Warcry cooldown means you can like get away or initiate battle or stuff. I like that. Terrorblade, Thunder okay. Hero is new anyway, so I don't know how that changes the guy. Kraken Shell debuff threshold reduced from 600 damage taken to 655, 500, 450. Kraken Shell damage block increased from 9. Okay, no more Stout Shield on Tidehunter, right? Maybe, or maybe you still do that. I don't know. Yeah, that's okay. I like Tidehunter. You could use a buff, a little buff. And buffing Kraken Shell seems like a good idea. It's not like a game changer here. Base strength reduced. That is okay for Timbersaw. A little less HP in the early game. That is kind of okay-ish. What is that? That's 3 times 90. That is about 60 HP that he's missing from level 1. Yeah, that might make the difference, right? You might kill him early. And then he's more useless. Cool. Tinker gets an Aghanim Scepter upgrade, doubles laser cast range and heat-seeking missile count. Woo! I don't think people will buy Aghanims on him. I am not sure, but that might be a reason for that. A double laser range, that is cool. You like the absolute artillery hero then. But Aghanims is such a waste on him. You want like active items on him, right? You want like Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Sheepstick, Dagon, and Yules or whatever. You don't want a passive item in there. But maybe people will buy that. I will play around with that. I will do that. But if it's viable, we'll have to see. But I'm looking forward to that. I'll try that out. Trim Protector Overgrowth increased. Okay. Nature's Guise cast range increased. It's doubled actually. Okay. But Nature's Guise wasn't very good, right? Maybe it could use a buff. Whatever. Sorry, I'm starting to sniffle here. I don't know why really. Okay, Troll Warlord. Further max stacks rescaled from... it's always 4 stacks. So you can get 1 level of that early. Attack speed per stack rescaled from 20 to... Okay, that is a lot. 34 on level 4. That guy will be a beast in the late game. I can tell you that. If he gets like 4 stacks of that, that is 136. Right? Extra attack speed bonus. That is... wow. That guy will go ape shit on you. Tusk. Secondary units hit by the snowball now take the same impact as the primary unit. Damage increased from... stun increased from... Okay. So you can do like an AoE stun with the snowball. Okay. Remove 50% threshold mechanic from Walrus Punch. Walrus Punch base crit increased from... so you don't get the 4 times damage bonus, but it's 3.5 nevertheless. That makes the hero a little more brainless, doesn't it? So before that you have to like hit your opponent several times to get him below this 50%, so you could get the 4 times crit, right? I don't know if I like that. That seems to decrease the skill level of the hero, and I always dislike something like that. Okay, Undying Soul Rip cooldown reduced. Icaron will like that. Vengeful Spirit Wave of Terror armor reduction increased. Ooh, by 1. That is nice, especially in the early game. Venomancer base damage reduced by 5. Base HP regen reduced to the default 0.25. Okay. Visage base movement speed reduced by 5. Grave Chill mana cost rescaled to 100. Familiars are now properly magic immune. They were previously magic immune and immune to most stuns. What does properly mean? Completely magic immune? That means you can't cast anything on it, or they have the same immunity as the hero, which depends on your Gravekeeper's Cloak. No, I think they're completely magic immune, right? 100% and can't be stunned or nuked or anything. I like that. I really like that. I like Visage a lot, and does that mean it blocks the Quill Spray from Bristleback? No, it doesn't. Right. Quill Spray. No, damage is physical. No. Because that is a pain in the ass when you're playing Visage. That thing gets your familiars down in no time. Well, okay. Warlock Upheaval max duration increased. Okay, Upheaval's not the signature skill of the hero. Wind Ranger focus fire mana cost reduced to 150. Ooh, that is quite a change. Focus fire no longer has a cast animation. Okay, they want to buff the ultimate a bit. Fine by me, it's still shit. You'll still max Shackle Shot and Power Shot before that with one level of Wind Run, or two maybe, before taking any points in Focus Fire. That will not change that. I don't think so. But it's quite a change. 150 for each level, that is not much for an interior. Yeah, so we might see people use that more frequently maybe. But I don't think it's as effective. Well, okay. Witch Doctor Maledict AoE increased. Voodoo Restoration initial mana cost reduced. Paralyzing cost can now bounce to units in Fog of War. Okay. Was that necessary? Witch Doctor is annoying to play against, I think. And well, that's not that big of a deal, really. But what's the Fog of War good for then? If it can hit units inside that. Whatever. Wraith King Reincarnation Slow increased to 75%. Oof. Reincarnation Slow duration increased. That might make the hero viable, because he can like revive and then beat and get a few hits in before he gets kited again. Maybe? Okay, Zeus Arc Lightning cast range increased from 700 to 850. That is okay. I like Zeus, and I think that the I don't think the cast range was too short, but yeah, so you can sit in the back of the team fight and just cast that every time. A bit more. So yeah, I like that. That is cool. Okay, so we're done with the heroes for now. Let me just take a gulp of water. I'm getting quite dry. You might be able to hear that. I'm tripping over my words. Ah, that's bad. Okay, items. Animal Courier, Ground Courier bounty per player reduced from 175 to 150. Flying Courier bounty still 175. Arcane Boots mana cost increased by 10. Okay. Battle Fury Cleave AoE increased. Blink Dagger Blink no longer has a mana cost. Okay. Previously had a mana cost of 75, and that is not neglectable. I've often found myself on the point where I wanted to escape with Blink Dagger and I couldn't, because I couldn't afford the mana cost. Or I wanted to initiate. That's always shit when you want to initiate with Enigma Black Hole and you jump in and you don't have enough mana to cast Black Hole. Okay, that is a new problem, of course, but yeah, I like that. I mean, the item is so expensive, right? It's cost like, how much is it? 2,150, and it doesn't give you any stats, and it has some mana cost and stuff. I think that is justified. I like that change, and I like Blink Heroes, and I will enjoy that change. Yeah. Okay. Bottle can now be used on your allies by holding down the control key. This can only be used to regenerate allies, not transfer runes. Okay, so I can give you like a sip of the, sort of like giving you healing salve or something like that, or a clarity. I like that mechanic. You don't have to drop the bottle on the ground and have an ally pick it up and stuff like that. Okay, Diffusal Blade agility bonus increased. That is good. I like Diffusal Blade, and more people should get it. Not only on agility, illusion carries. Drum of Endurance, my favorite item in the game. Number of charges increased from 4 to 5. Recipe cost increased. Sounds sensible. Yield Scepter Divinity Cyclone cooldown reduced by 2 seconds. Whatever. Full staff travel speed is reduced. Now it takes 0.4 seconds instead of 0.3 to move to the full distance. Will that make an impact? I don't think so. Iron branch gold cost reduced from 53 to 50. That is cool. So you don't have these odd numbers, odd gold numbers in your inventory at the start of the game. Master Madness increased from 17 to 20%. That is cool. I don't get Master Madness anyway, other than on Void and Sven. I think these are the only two areas where that's viable on. But that's okay. Mjolnir changed the area type that is used when static charge hits units. What? Change the area type. It no longer uses a cone to determine the value of targets, but an AoE of the same distance instead. Aha. Okay. Necronomicon. Necronomicon units bounty increased. That is good. Necronomicon units armor reduced from 6, 8, 10 to 4. Necronomicon cooldown increased. Nerf the shit out of that thing. I think that is good because Necro 3 is abused in pops a bit at the moment. You have like 3 or 4 guys having Necro 3s and split pushing the shit out of you. And that's a fine way to deal with that. So it's still viable. It's still a very, very good item. But you have to be more careful because your dudes are killed more quickly for a higher bounty. And you can't resummon them as quickly. Yeah, that's a reasonable change. Observer Ward can be targeted on allies to transfer 1 charge. That is cool. So you can give your offlane like 1 ward and have 1 ward for yourself. That is nice. I like that. Radiance attack damage bonus increased from 60 to 65. Okay, who gets Radiance anyway? Like Doom maybe, or Scylla, Lone Druid. Those are the only 2 who's get that regularly. So I don't mind that. Refresher Orb, recipe cost reduced from to 1800. It's okay. Ring of Aquila. Agility bonus increased. That is cool. That is quite a buff. Who gets Aquila? Morphling. Luna maybe. Heroes like that. Yeah, they get buffed a bit in the early game, right? I kind of like that. Cool. Rodovatus HP bonus increased to 350. Good. Buff the item even further. Maybe someone will buy it. Finally. Sanjin Yosha slow duration increased from 4 to 5 seconds. Sanjin Yosha slow increased from 30 to 32%. That is okay. The item is doesn't get a lot of praise at the moment, so that is reasonable. Sentry wards can be targeted on allies, the same as for the Observer ward. Shadow Amulet Fate Delay improved can now be used on allies. Goes into cooldown for 10 seconds when used on allies. That's kind of cool. Nobody gets naked Shadow Amulet anyway, but yeah, that's kind of nice that you can use that sort of like a Lincoln. Shiva's God, Arctic Blast range increased and speed increased. Good, a buff to Shiva's God. I like the item, so I welcome that. Smoke of Deceit duration decreased, so you have to be more careful with that. Stacking delay decreased from what is that? Max targeting range increased from 5. This is how far you can teleport to from a tower. Ah, okay. So you can teleport further away from a tower, and what is that? Stacking delay. Is that the the delay that you have to wait to channel if people have teleported there within the last few seconds? That would be kind of cool, because the 8 seconds are very long normally. And 6.5 is still long, but it's reasonable. Tranquil Boots, HP increased. Both these are while Tranquil Boots is not disabled. Yeah. And movement speed increased of that. Nobody gets Tranquil Boots anymore. Maybe Wisp and Crystal Maiden and I don't know who else. Nobody gets the fucking boots anymore. So yeah, you might as well buff them. But the change in the last patch just made them not viable on almost any hero, I think. So I don't know what that will do about that. Veil of Discord, strength, agility, damage bonus increased from 3 to 6. That is okay. And that's it. So we're through. Just a little to sum it up a bit. More like minor changes. It's not that as game changing as the last patch, right? I think the changes they made were reasonable for the most part. Some things I don't understand. I think Earth Spirit will still be a bit too strong. I like the Brute Mother change a lot. I don't think you have to buff Huskar. But yeah, for the most part, I like the changes a lot. And I'm looking forward to it. I like that they're making Aghanim Scepter viable on more heroes. And I can't wait to see Terrorblade in action. The random ability draft sounds completely nuts. And I'm looking forward to that a lot. But yeah, so much for that. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. I know I've been kind of incoherent in my my talking. That's because I'm not a native English speaker. I'm sorry for that. I'm stumbling sometimes and stuttering and stuff. But yeah, those were my first impressions on the change. Yeah, as I said, I like the change a lot. If you, on the other hand, liked the video, you can, of course, like, share, subscribe to my channel, spread the word, show the video to your friends and stuff, share it on Facebook and Twitter and whatever dubious network you're on. So much for that. I've been rambling for way too long, and so I'm going to close this out here. I'm going to say thanks for watching, everyone. So if you want to keep up with the channel, just subscribe, like, share, subscribe, of course. Again, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.